everyone. This is Lux, your librarian. I just wanted to give you a really quick overview of things that you might find super useful on the library's website. So to get here, you just go to lib.utah.edu. You can find all kinds of stuff lower down on the page, but you don't actually have to scroll to get a majority of your needs met. So, first things first, up in the upper right hand corner, this is where you would log in to look at your library account, or if you're off campus, to get access to stuff like ebooks or full text articles or movies that are streaming. In the upper left corner, you've got access to a 24/7 chat. So if you are struggling with any part of using this website or finding information for a project that you're working on, you can use this if you are after library hours, which you can find right here. So just below the login. This will give you access for, or show you access for folks who have UCard access, and then for the general public. So for students, you have access today till 12 a.m. And then you'd click here for hours for the rest of the week. Also in the top, you can find research and services tabs. And these might not look super useful at the get, but under services, you'll find links to all of our spaces, all of our services. If you click all spaces, this will take you to a place where you can actually look at which classrooms or study spaces are available for you, and you can request to use those spaces because there's just going to be, like, say for example, you want to use a classroom or or the video studio or a podcast booth or a study booth. This is more likely. I would click reserve, though all of those services are open to you. This will prompt you to log in with your university ID and the password you use for campus information systems. So that's one great thing about services. So that's under all spaces. One other good thing you can find here is the Writing Center. For undergrads, you can schedule appointments here. And this is a place you would go if you need help with a paper or a personal statement. You could also come to me for that sort of thing. I used to be an editor and I love doing that stuff. Under all services, though, this is really, really useful, and not a lot of folks know about this part of the website. Just because it is kind of buried a little bit. So here's a huge alphabetical list of all the services we offer. If you click student, this will give you a subset of those services that'll show you things that are potentially useful to you. So for articles and databases, you could click there to find a place to study. You can click there. I am looking for something specific that I guess isn't in that subset. So under all services, I'm going to search for this, suggest a purchase. So this is a service that you can use for free. If we don't have a book you need, or a movie, a video game, anything like that, you can submit a request for it here for free. So it'll ask you your university affiliation, and these all carry the same weight. So there's no preference placed on faculty or staff over students. And then here you would just select what kind of media you're looking for. Other is a pretty good catch-all if you're not sure whether you want a book, print or electronic, a database, or if you want some other kind of media. So this is where you would look at, like, film titles, album titles, stuff like that. And then this is where I would submit stuff like requests for video games. So then you just put in as much information as you've got, answer a couple questions at the bottom. Is this a rush request? If it is, that means you'll get it more quickly, probably within a week or two rather than 1 to 4 weeks. And then you can have the library notify you as soon as that is available. You'll click submit, and there it is. It's super easy to suggest a purchase. The other thing we can do if you don't want to request a purchase, if you just kind of want to borrow something but we don't have access to it, you can actually borrow from a different library using interlibrary loan and document delivery. So I can find that through the services tab. I can also find it on, the main page, just right here. So interlibrary loan is accessible both of those ways. So again, this is another free service where I would log in. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I can put in requests for any of these things here for free. And we will borrow them for a limited period of time from another library, and then we'll return them. So you can do this with electronic stuff or physical stuff. And basically the only thing that will look different is the request form. Like a book request will look pretty different from a music score request or multimedia. Anyway, you'll fill this out, fairly straightforward. If you will accept an alternate edition or format of the item, be sure to leave that as yes. Otherwise, do check no. And if you're unable to pick it up from the library, if it's a physical material, you can actually put in your home address and have it delivered there for free. So those are two really great free services that the library offers under the services tab and all services. Let's see. Oh, the last thing I wanted to show you is that we've got under this research tab, which is also accessible from the main page. So no matter where you're at on the library's catalog, you should get access to these tabs at the top. So here you'll find stuff like databases, which are also available right here. We like to double up sometimes, but the things that are really unique and maybe you haven't heard about are the research guides. So for any topic that you can come up with, we will potentially have a research guide for it. So say I'm looking at business resources. All of these subheadings here correlate to a guide. So say I want to look at finance. This guide will give me a good set of resources from the library. These are databases. It'll give you additional resources that maybe are outside of the library and give you a friendly library face to connect with who you can actually email directly through this guide. So you can search for guides by subject, by type, meaning if it's a subject guide or if you have one for a specific course, or you can even search by owner, and these are the people who created it. So if I'm going to search for Lux, there we go. These are all of my library guides. So if you have a research question that's kind of based in gender studies related topics, you could use this guide to find books and other stuff like reference materials or for articles. And I also give a bunch of search strategies too. So those research guides are pretty helpful if you're not sure where to start doing research. The other thing is, subject specialists. And you will find all of the librarians here. And so they'll have their name, their contact info, and then their areas of expertise or their specialties. So this is another alphabetical list, I think. Maybe it's not. It is seemingly not an alphabetical list. Oh, I see how it is. It's by library and then by person. So anyway, you can scroll or you can do a search for a particular topic. Like say, I'm going to do Control F or Command F and search for English. So the subject guide connected to English is there, and here's the expert connected to that guide. So if you have any questions related to these subjects here, and there should be one for each major on campus, that means you also have a librarian or a library person who can guide you through our resources. So that is a lot of information for how to navigate the library's website, and we didn't even get into how to search for stuff. So we'll do that later, but for now, there are lots of resources and services and spaces that are available to you for free as students, truly courtesy of your student fees. So not exactly free. You have actually paid for these services, spaces, and resources, and I would love for you to use them as much as possible. If we don't have something that you need, please reach out to me at lux.darkbloom. I'm just typing it up here for fun, at utah.edu. That way you can see my email address. Or I can talk with you after class or before class. Yeah, let me know if you need help. I'm here for you.